Shalom. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations to the elect. I wanted to do a quick video going over this article on the screen. I came across it, and it just had me, thinking about our people and the state that we're in here in Babylon. And I just wanted to, get a couple scriptures and speak on this for a second. This is an article from WCVB.com. It says more than 69,000 pounds of chicken strips recalled due to possible metal in the product. And when I saw this article, it immediately made me think about the state of Israel, so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, and the state that we're in amongst our enemies, which goes back to the curses. This is an article that was posted March 22nd, 2019, Bobby Cherry. It says more than 69,000 pounds of frozen, ready-to-eat chicken strips are being recalled because they might contain metal pieces and other materials, the U.S. Department of Agriculture says. Tyson Foods announced the recall Thursday night. The items recalled were produced November 30th, 2018, and include the following products. Then it gives you the certain products that were recalled. It says the items were shipped to retail locations nationwide for institutional use in Michigan and Washington. A retail distribution list was not available Thursday night. 2 consumers complained of material inside the chicken strip products, Tyson Foods said. The company says there have been no confirmed reports of health issues relating to the products. And of course, that's something that they'll say. There's been no health-related issues because, they don't want to get sued or, they don't want any extra backlash. But I just want to get a couple of scriptures really quick. Ezekiel 4:13 says, "And Yahawah said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whither I will drive them." Yeah, so, we've been driven amongst the Gentiles, and in this case, this would be the other nations, Esau and the other nations, and he's driven us amongst these Gentiles, and we'll eat our bread defiled amongst them, So when you see articles like this, this is prophecy, man, being fulfilled. 69,000 pounds of chicken strips. That's a lot. That's a lot of chicken, man. That's a lot of chicken, and our people are we love chicken, man. We love that chicken, especially them chicken strips, man. You get to eat the whole thing. You ain't got to go through no bones or nothing like that, So when you see articles like this, man, it just puts you in a state of the crazy thing about it, and again, it goes back to the curses, because Jake will see articles like this, and they won't bat an eye, man. It's not like they'll rethink what they're eating, and what they're putting into their body for health reasons, and what they're putting into their children's bodies, because this is not going to stop Jake from bringing their kids to McDonald's and Burger King and Popeyes. This is not going to stop them, because the majority of our people, 2/3 will, they're into feeding their flesh, man. Whatever their belly is calling for is what they're gonna deliver. So like I said, this goes back to Deuteronomy 20. This goes back to the curses, Deuteronomy 28 and 48. Because again, since we've been driven amongst the Gentiles, who are our enemies, you know, they're gonna rule wickedly, you know. And these are the type of things that'll happen in their society that they set up. Or, you know, all the foods are defiled, man. GMOs, the water's poison, you know. It's just all destroyed. You know, and this goes back to the curses, Deuteronomy 28:48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which Yahweh shall send against thee in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things. Okay, so you know, we're in want of all things as we've been driven amongst our enemies. You know, so we don't have the opportunity, we don't have the ability to produce our own food. You know, we don't have when you're driven amongst your enemies, you don't have that type of control. You don't have that type of power. You know, we don't have we don't have our own farming systems as ways to create our own crops and you know, and to preserve them and to feed ourselves as a people. You know, we have to go, as the scripture said, we have to go into our enemy for our food. You know, and with that, you're gonna eat the food that's defiled among them. You know, this is not a new thing. This is not new. You know, just because this article came out, shouldn't be a shock to you. You know, we're talking about Esau here, man. You're talking about the devil himself. So, you know, this is not surprising at all. To see such things come out, such information come out, you know. And when you talk about our people, as far as you know, going to our enemies for one of all things, our people like, you know, a lot of our people like it that way. You know, they like it that way. You know, so when you see articles like that and you see the behavior and the mind frame of our people, you'll notice that a lot of our people won't feel any kind of way about it. And slack you for the noise in the background. I don't know. I think they're doing construction downstairs. But yeah. So, you know, amongst our enemies, you know, a lot of our people aren't gonna have a problem with just seeing an article like that, or you bring out information to people about that, and they'll just, like, you know, they'll pay attention for a second, but it's in one ear and out the other, you know, and that's a part of being cursed, man. You know, because not taking the information and taking it seriously and doing what you need to do to preserve yourself and preserve your children, man. You know, when you go into the grocery stores, what do you see? You see Jake in the frozen food section all through the aisles, man. Frozen chicken and chicken dinners and, you know, just all types of abominations, man. You know, because Jake is defeated. You know, a lot of our people are lazy, man. They don't want to cook. They don't want to look into taking that extra step to maybe cook your own food or blend up a smoothie, or, you know, try to eat to the best of your ability, organically, to the best of your ability. You know, even the organic stuff is probably not, you know, the healthiest stuff, but, you know, still, you know, make the attempt to eat better, man, and to preserve yourself. You know, and that goes and when you hear about Jake, again, they don't mind, you know, going to their enemy for one of all things, because a lot of our people are in a defeated mind state, you know, and they're not thinking about royalty. They're not thinking that we're a royal people, and that there's nothing better for us. They're okay with living amongst their enemy and living as second, third class citizens, as you know. They don't mind being ruled over, you know, and it's part of our curses. That's why we got to get the hell out of here, you know. This is Proverbs 28 and 15. As a roaring lion and a raging bear, so is a wicked ruler over the poor people. So this is, that's Esau, man. He's a wicked ruler, and he rules wickedly over Israel. So everything that he does has a wicked energy behind it. So this right here is nothing. This this is regular. This is regular to him. Because they rule wickedly, man. And it's almost time for us to get up out of here, man. So I didn't want to make this too long. I just want to get one more scripture. Actually, I had a second Esdras pulled up. Second Esdras 15:6. For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the earth, and the hurtful works are fulfilled. Yeah, because the wickedness of the rulers of this earth, and even amongst even amongst our people, a combination of the two, man, wickedness have exceedingly polluted the earth. And their hurtful works are fulfilled. So, you got a wicked ruler, and then you got wicked people and wicked men among it, in the society. That's gonna pollute the earth. That's the cause for the pollution in the earth. Verse 7 says, Therefore saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit. Because there's a judgment for it, for the wickedness that's here in the earth. Okay? Neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. Yeah, and that's the men who are out sighing and crying for the abominations that are being done in the earth. The souls of the just complain continually, man. And that's why you see brothers on the highways and the byways. You go on YouTube, you see the Israelites, mainly those amongst Great Millstone, complaining about the rulership, man, complaining about Esau, because he needs to be complained about, man. This is the devil, man. This guy's out of control. And if you're not sick of this, man, then you're just not in the right mind frame. Verse 9, and therefore saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. Verse 10, behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. Yeah, so, we're led as a flock to the slaughter. And through Esau's, his philosophy, his religion, his wicked decrees, we're led as a flock to the slaughter. Our people are just through, man. Nothing but abominable works, But we about to get out of here soon. Verse 11, it says, But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it. So the Most High is going to smite Egypt, which we know is America, modern day Babylon, which is America. And he's going to smite this place, man. And we almost out of here. We are almost out of here. I'll get one last scripture and close out. This is Isaiah 14. And what's it, 13? 14 and 3. Isaiah 14:3. And it shall come to pass in the day that Yahawah shall give thee rest from thy sorrow and from thy fear and from the hard bondage wherein thou was made to serve. So he's going to give us rest from that, man. We're on our way out of here, man. Just keep the faith, keep striving, keep pushing, keep believing. Call on the name of YAHAWASHI. Pray for the brethren, pray for the elders, pray for the apostles, pray for those who are giving diligence and hearing and calling on your name with truth and sincerity. All right, so with that, call halal Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI BAHASHAM Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of that great millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations to the elect. Shalom.